Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And we're underway. And looking down the list of names, it does look, Jim, as though it's going to be a 5-3-2.
Well, if flexibility doesn't have an influence on this system, we truly are looking at an approach that is quite negative. But at least there is good scope to turn a seemingly deep-line defence into a more dangerous attacking outfit. This system will allow plenty of attacking numbers without necessarily compromising on that discipline.
Somewhat off target. Mateus. Looking to play him in. And it's been played through. He's got away. And Aubameyang!
And he was there to get a vital touch. Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Serginho. Good read, needed to be.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Mbappe. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And this is Hazard, expertly cut out, really nicely done. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Beckenbauer, no goals as yet. That has been slung wide. Ball driven towards the far post. It's a loose ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Mbappe. And he's in on the big chance! Danger averted for now. Otto. Looking to go deep. He right against the crossbar. Paz. Either side giving way. It has been tight. Forlan. And this is Mohamed Salah. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Now it's Mbappe. It's come to nothing. Cannavaro. Raul. It's Forlan. Passing is crisp and sharp. Knocks it into space. He has a look up. Decent chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? He'll try to keep this alive. Good efforts, and it is right on half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break.
Intoxicated or behaving in an inappropriate manner will be removed. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Substitution on the field. Number 11,
So off we go once more.
Number 97.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
He's had it nicked away. It's Forlan. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Not the most accurate pass. Not the most convincing of passes. Azar. Well, it's Batistuta. Raul. Batistuta receives it in a good position here. Mateus. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Tries to pass it through. Brilliantly cut out. We expected better, and so did he. That's been cut out. Well played. Azar. Bouts of passing here, really easy on the eye. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Azar. Turns and goes back. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Cannavaro. Good ball, good take. Rijkaard. Adams kept his eye on it, and he's there. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And that pass just didn't quite work.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
And he's managed to get free. Oh, smashing header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Taken back almost at once. Beckham. And this is Beckham. And this is Azar. Azar with the he gets big. He's keen, determined to have his say.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Kimmich with the clearance. Serginho.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Raul. Rummenigge, a man we've all come to watch. Cute ball now, how can he reach it?
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And there goes the final whistle. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So we're up and running. We're talking a genuinely stylish player here in Frank Rijkaard. You're not arguing with that, Jim, are you? No. Shoots! He's delivered all right! An extraordinary start! Breakthrough in next to no time!
That's the purpose and intensity they showed from the first moment. They really did fly out of the blocks here.
That was a given. It always was.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and the player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
Barcelona finding themselves unexpected. And Stoichkov! It's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
And it's Stoichkov. And this is Batistuta. Adams, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Messi. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Aims beyond the defence. Kimmich kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now a Droll. Mohamed Salah. Beckenbauer can get it clear. Played it again. Beckenbauer attempts a clearance. Stoichkov. And this is Stoichkov. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And he cuts out the supply. Raul. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. There's the shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. And that has been clubbed away. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Played into space.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Stoichkov. Rivaldo! Well, now it's a race for the ball. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Probing pass. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just...
Oh, shooting chance!
2 minutes has been indicated.
Well seen, Sub. And the whistle goes for half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incidents and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time.
Winning lottery numbers. Substitution.
So we're into the second 45. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
It's Forlan. Oh, this looks sharp. And this is Raul. All the way back. And he thumps it clear. Now it's Aubameyang. Van Dijk cuts it out. Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Almost an hour gone. Rummenigge, a true great in every sense of the word. Goes for a shot! Goal! And again they hit the front. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Substitution in progress.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. And there's going to be a major shake-up in the attack here.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what system they'll be playing with now, Peter.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? He's in plenty of space here. Tries to get it clear. Aubameyang. Oh, Red, nice interception. Can he get on the end of this? Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. That's been cut out, well played. That has been cut short.
Barcelona really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
It's Forlan. And claimed it back swiftly. Mohamed Salah. Rijkaard. Rivaldo. And it's Van Nistelrooy. And he skips past his man. Barcelona have it back and can go again. It's Forlan. It's ended up in no man's land.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation
There will
mode.
be 1 minute added time.
And we're done. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements, overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Neymar. And it's Neymar. And the return pass. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Now this could be a chance. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Alexander-Arnold showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Adriano. Scholes. He's in space and looking for options. Oh, what a ball! Great chance! Goal! Bayer Leverkusen! And it's Bayer Leverkusen who take the lead. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Bayer Leverkusen have penetrated for the first time.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Played in with purpose.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Alexander-Arnold. Kvaratskhelia, a player who needs no introduction. That has not gone well. Now, can they get him away? That's been cut out, well played. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. That has been slung wide. That's good vision. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And the shot! Sticks it away! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here. Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Neymar. Looking for options for movement. It's a good-looking delivery.
1 minute added time.
And he's there to clear it. Well, that is commitment to the cause. And this could be the final action of the first half. Alexander-Arnold with the short one. Crosses it in. Vieira! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, that was...
The referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at
And just a
half-time.
quick reminder today to please
Any
drink
strong
responsibly.
opinions on the first
Anyone
half?
appearing
Well,
intoxicated
both
or
sides would have
behaving in an
expected
inappropriate
a
manner will
closely
be
fought
removed.
match,
Thank you
and
very much
that's
for your
pretty much
cooperation.
what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. So once again, we're underway. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Great ball. Can he finish? Really well taken goal. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Rummenigge. And he has been fouled there. They're taking a moment to consider their options. Mbappe. Scholes. Nicely weighted ball. Nicely shot. Mbappe! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. And he shoots! He can get that clear. Calafiori.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
And it's Palmer.
Bayer Leverkusen really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Now it's Mbappe. Vieira. Can he get on the end of this? Palmer. Raul. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Palmer. And it's Messi. Mateus cuts it out. And he's managed to get rid. Just about up to 75 minutes. Raul. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now it's Mbappe. Palmer. And here's Messi.
Bayer Leverkusen really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Now that's well seen too. Kvaratskhelia. Palmer tries to pass it through. And they're back on the ball again. Palmer. And it's Scholes. He's a sharp little ball here. And now they can clear their lines. Leverkusen have it back and can go again. 2 minutes to be added on. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were happy. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There is an expectant air here in North London. The Emirates serving the embodiment of class, sophistication for its illustrious inhabitants. Up to 60,000 here, expecting the team to meet their expectation. Mohamed Salah! Mo Salah! Sensational! About as smooth as it gets. And that's got him off to a flyer.
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match.
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Well read, nice interception. Salah. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Looking for the run. That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. And here's Mohamed Salah. Tries to pass it through. An uncompromising challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. It's a pretty loose pass. Robertson is always looking to play quality balls. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
Hey, you make it sound so simple. It's Forlan. And here's Mohamed Salah. Great chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. And he's there to clear it. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Courtois gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Oh, there's a probing ball. Messi. And this is Lewandowski. Mbappe. Shot a goal! They've scored! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here. Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence, win good ball, and they're in.
Japan grab the equaliser and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest.
Shapes to shoots! It's fallen kindly here. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go and they head into the break all square. So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And the game has already resumed here. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And here's Forlan. It's low! Oh, denied brilliantly.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's their second corner of the game. too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Japan are looking to go forward now. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now, who's going to be first to this? Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Messi. And it's Vitinha. And he skips past his man. Robertson made a surge from fullback, as it turned out unsuccessfully. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Alexander-Arnold, who takes a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Alexander-Arnold with the delivery. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Lewandowski. Shot could be on. Raul. Forlan. And this is Mohamed Salah. Can he get on the end of this? And they're not going to make any further progress now. Threads one in. Cannavaro cuts it out. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Picked out brilliantly. Rummenigge! And that is doing no harm at all.
Rummenigge probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Rummenigge. Vitinha. Japan desperately searching for the winner here. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And it's Mbappe! Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
Robertson trying to hit the front line here. Forlan. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Has been indicated.
Has receives it in a good position here. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's come in hard. Referee has just said play off. Real chance! Yes, he's done it! Late in the day, this could well be it! Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway.
In Paul's goals, we have a player who can pull all the strings in midfield, one of England's best ever.
So unsung, but utterly appreciated by those he plays with.
Yeah, simply a master of passing, Peter. His ability to know what's going on around him at any given time makes him such a clever and hugely capable danger in this team.
He won't be happy with that one. Ambitious ball here. Raul. Great big chance! Oh, he's been caught napping.
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
And it's Bellingham. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. This is Dembele. Caught offside that time. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning.
And he's worked it through. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. It's a goal kick. Neither side yet able to find the net. He's a sharp little ball here. Great chance! It's Forlan. Oh, there's a probing ball. And Dyke makes the interception. Robertson goes on a run down the left wing. Dembele. Shot a goal! That's a half-decent try.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Casillas gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And now a sudden chance to counter. Quality ball. Kvaratskhelia. That's really well manoeuvred. Taken back almost at once. And this is Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, that's a key interception. Scholes. The goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Cristiano Ronaldo! Goal! Flamengo! And Flamengo take the lead. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here. And while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oh, well. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Rummenigge. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Aimed beyond the defence. Can he finish? And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Rummenigge is offering a wry smile there.
Big header! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then. Flamengo have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Flamengo appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nicely weighted ball, expertly cut out, really nicely done. It's Forlan. And that's another good win of the ball. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
And he's only too happy to take that back. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. And here's Dembele. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Forlan. Well, that looks a decent ball. And Dijk spots it and intercepts. Flamengo finding their passes. Can he get it through? He's through here. Nice interception, well timed. Chance! Really well taken goal. A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal. Oh, that was decent chance!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. I bet you the keeper is very relieved.
Oh, that's a very decent ball now. And claimed it back swiftly.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And here's Mohamed Salah. Belling. Flamengo are looking to break at pace.
Added time.
Cristiano Ronaldo! Yes! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply... And that will be the final act. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle. Atletico Mineiro have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it? Mohamed Salah has got himself a free kick. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score. Obviously, he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes.
This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to make a telling impact.
He's gone for it. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Paz. And he's in on goal. Shot! Surely! In he goes again. Decent enough try.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
He's away. Well timed. Excellent interception. Now it's Hullet. Ball looks a good one. And that was very necessary. And smartly reclaimed. And it's Vitinha. And here's Son Heung-min.
Son Heung-min really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again,
and there's the score! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
Frank Rijkaard can really make his presence felt. A superb defender who became an iconic midfield anchorman.
And the shot! Goal! Atletico Mineiro! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Atletico Mineiro have fired themselves in front.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Rijkaard. Passing is crisp and sharp. And the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Mateus. And this is Forlan.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Paz. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Salah cross, a header! It's bounced back off the post. Looking for a runner. Well, that's well seen too. Forlan. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Rummenigge. Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Rummenigge, a true great in every sense of the word. Can he finish? Now, who's going to be first to this? Vitinha. Thinks one through. Messi. Now there's a fight. Can he finish? And he hits the net. A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And the whistle goes for half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
And we're off again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull it back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Tries to pass it through. Raul. Rummenigge. Well read, nice interception. Kukcu. And it's made its way to him. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And it's Vitinha.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Atletico Mineiro are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
3-all. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Paz. Oh, that's a key interception. Vitinha. Now it's Messi. And this is Hullet. He's got away. Just cruising. They are cruising. And they are cruising away. And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And as you can see, we've already started here. Well, a 6'6", and with that sort of a physique to him. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Mohamed Salah shoots! It's there!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
Boca Juniors finding themselves unexpectedly behind. This looks promising. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. It's Salah! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Mohamed Salah has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
Chance! Really well taken goal. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Lacking for neither time nor space. It could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
That has certainly made things interesting. Goes for a shot! Oh, he's been caught napping. It's fallen kindly here. Sticks it away. And again they hit the front. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Forlan. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Rafinha. And he's found a way past. Decent chance! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Rummenigge goes down, but nothing given. Rummenigge was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Rafinha. Nicely shaped ball. Casillas is there to clear. And smartly reclaimed. Now, can they get him away? Well timed, excellent interception. Mateus. And Mohamed Salah. Paz. Little doubt, that is a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Paz. Looking for options for movement. Batistuta. And he welcomes it in. Now it's Rafinha. Look. And there's the end of the first half. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football. And it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. And either side holding back here, it has been quite a half this.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
He's a sharp little ball here. Rummenigge. He is through here. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Oh, it's Raul. Aims beyond the defence. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. Adams. Now it's Rafinha. And this is Batistuta. Oh, good take in a good area.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Kukcu. And it's Bellingham. No, it's come to nothing.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Pass is just off target. Boca Juniors appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front. Can he finish? Ruben Neves. Now it's Batistuta. Oh, delightful ball. And he was quick to react. And he's there to get it away. Guardiol. Forlan. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Mohamed Salah.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Rafinha pinches it off him. Looking to play him in. Casillas claims comfortably. Now it's Owen. Nicked it back promptly. Raul. And it's Salah. And that could set him on his way. He's picked his way through.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation.
And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're up and running. Well, Jim, there he is, the much-storied Gabriel Batistuta. Fair to say, I think he will be a handful.
Well, talk about an understatement, Peter. He's Argentina's greatest number 9, without doubt. I don't think I've ever seen anyone strike the ball with such violence, if I can put it like that. We might well be seeing his iconic celebration in the next couple of hours.
Passing is crisp and sharp. And this is Mohamed Salah. Lofted in. And he's there to retrieve it. Raul. And it's made its way saints to saints. Now, who's going to be first to this?
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. It's Park Ji-sung. Scholes. Oh, it's Batistuta.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Batistuta unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. It's a really well-measured ball. Guardiola promptly onto that, and that is that. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Well, that is commitment to the cause.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
That has been knocked clear. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's straight offside. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. He's in a great position here. Rummenigge showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Bellingham. Scores! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. A good take in a good area. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Rijkaard clears it away. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. Oh, that's clever.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Up Gisung. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. And after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. And the game has already resumed here. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Rijkaard gets over and intercepts. And this is Park Ji-sung. Now it's Scholes. Park Ji-sung. Chance for a shot! They've scored!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
That was a given. It always was.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Decent chance! Sticks it away! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go on better, possibly.
Has. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Just eases him off the ball. He's picked his way through. Takes a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's their second corner of the game. And it's hoisted clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Nicely shaped ball. Good effort from distance. Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And again they hit the front. Quality goal. Wonderful purity of strike.
It all comes down to timing and contact, and that was about as good as you'll see.
It's Salah! And the lead stays intact, just.
Mohamed Salah really wanted that, didn't he? Probably a little too much, to be honest.
Corner number 3 coming up. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Rummenigge. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. That's Batistuta. And now the breakaway. He's through here. That has been cut short.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Well, that is one way to stop him.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Looking to play him in. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And played right into his path. Picked out, shoots! He scored! 2! 2 to the good, and they are purring. And that is that. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. Your final thought? The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So that's got things underway. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, the inclusion of this fella, Mickey van de Ven, is probably an indication that the boss wants to play out from the back. I mean, we all talk about how brilliant his recovery pace is when it comes to defending, but he's actually quite tasty on the ball too, particularly with his long-range passing, and he loves those diagonals at times, and he's one to watch out for.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Mateus is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Passes short and sharp.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Quarter of an hour played.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Raul. Forlan. And here's Mohamed Salah. Saliba is there to clear and claimed it back swiftly. And here's Mohamed Salah. Tries from a long way out.
Rodez clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is. And it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
He's away. Shapes to shoot. Goal! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here. And while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Now it's Neymar. Hernandez. Oh, smashing header! And he hits the net. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave. And we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
That's a simple one for the keeper.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Messi. And there's the end of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. And it's Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves takes control. Ruben Neves! Oh, it's come off the upright. Paz. And Mohamed Salah. Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Mateus. Messi tries to pass it through. it out. Cannavaro gets rid without sophistication. Messi. Guardiola. Forlan. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
He's going to be disappointed with that.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. So a big chance now from 12 yards. Now, power or placement? And that's a poor penalty.
Oh, Peter, I'm not a great reader of body language, but I didn't like the way he walked up to that.
Van der Ven cuts out the pass. Raul. He's on it. Can he get away? This looks promising. Face to face with the keeper. Now, who's going to be first to this? And he nearly went all the way.
Paz clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts.
Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Neymar. Raul. Rummenigge is onto this. And that could set him on his way. Takes a shot! Oh no, that could be a...
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Shot goal! It's a goal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
And the finish!
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Mbappe! And this is Mohamed Salah. Paz. Pops him off it and wins back the ball.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
2 added minutes has been indicated.
2 minutes to be added on. And this is Mohamed Salah. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And time is up. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this way and that. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle, and here we go. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, I've heard only good things about this player, João Neves, Peter. He's very good under pressure, plays with an awful lot of courage, always wants to get on the ball, and positionally, very, very sound. He's a real asset for any team at number 6 or an 8.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Forlan. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Looking to play him in. That looks a good ball through. And he gets rid in a hurry. And this is Mohamed Salah.
Mohamed Salah really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He's having it! Off the post! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Oh, that's a cracking try. Good technique to keep it low too.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Kimmich. No goals as yet. Rummenigge. Costa Curta. And here's Mbappe. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Cannavaro promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Borussia Dortmund finding their passes. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And he's in on goal. Torres! We've got to be quick to recover this. Great vision.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And claimed it back swiftly. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Well, super find. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now it's Torres. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. And he's managed to get free. And they're quick to get it back. Tries a shot! Oh, just fizzes past the post.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Mbappe. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. And that has been clubbed away. Stood up well to him there. Threads one in. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
There's the whistle for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here. 0-0 at the break. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. So neither side has yet broken through. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Mbappe. João Neves. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Probing pass. Good read, needed to be cleared without complication. And it's Forlan. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. Well measured.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Paz. Iniesta.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And still, we await the first breakthrough. João Neves. João Neves tries a cross. And he can clear it away. Raul.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
And this is Mohamed Salah. Tries to play it through. Rummenigge. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Substitution in progress.
Borussia Dortmund choosing to make the first change. Guardiola. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Owen, lovely pass, but can he get there? And Dijk makes the interception. He's a sharp little ball here. Kimmich gets rid without sophistication. He's on it, can he get away? Now it's Owen. Chiesa. Rooney. Davis. Swings in across. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Oh, that was vital.
Borussia Dortmund really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Borussia Dortmund have got it back and they'll have another go. Shapes to shoot! Now, who's going to be first to this? That looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
The message is simple, defend this with your lives. Terrific header! That's going to go a long way.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Ended up in no man's land. It's Jorginho! And that was the final act of the game, a nearly game until the very end. And it finishes 0-0. Frustration, exasperation, vexation,